were here last time at the performance, I did with my grandfather.
Yes.
I did. Oh, sorry. Is that better? Better? Okay. For you all who were here for my last performance about my grandfather, I just want to appreciate. I want to thank you all so much for being there for the support and all that. Now my grandfather has something to watch, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to thank you so much for that. Right?
That was nice. You did that.
All right, y'all. This one's called Black King and Queen. Alright, and I ain't got much time with this, because my queen, she's supposed to be back. Gotta cook dinner for her, so I'm wearing this. Yummy, expressing the natural beauty of people. So this one. Alright. God already made a lane of love for me, and it all started back in Genesis when God made man and named him Mychael. And even though she talked to evil spirits and instantly tried to face the problems of our relationship by herself and tried to blame me for making a mess of it, she took off and left me with the consequences of answering questions. Why? Now I said so much in that scheme, I'm going to flip it so we all wake up tonight. I'm going to hit them chat rocks tonight, alright? So when God made man, named Mychael, that's me. And even though she talked to evil spirits, that's Eve, and evil spirits, serpents, she went on Instagram and double tapped pictures on purpose. Went on Facebook to see who I was taking pictures with. It was only my mother. Tried to blame me for making a mess of it. Those are memes. We save those like no other. Then she went on Twitter, said she was single and started twerking, and like birds of a feather flock together, she took off and left me with the consequences of answering the questions of why. Good?
All right.
Yeah, all right. So I said, God, all right, God, my bad, I'm leave, okay. But I said, God, can you just give me a woman who reads the Bible and somebody I can share the verses with, or somebody who just molds my opposites, or somebody who just with a sweet smile. And the reason why I duck, because you got to be careful what you ask for.
All right.
So God dropped her down and I saw her angel wings and I said, all right, God, look, you never failed me. Until she turned around and said, hey, and I was like, oh God. I don't know if I'm ready for this, but you know what, it's my queen now, so that's what I had to do. So the thing about my queen is that she didn't have the best laugh, but that was her laugh. And she didn't have the best legs, but she was thick, and she had sexy calves. And it seemed like she was just always torn, always messed up and just separated and just left scars. Those are stretch marks. Did y'all catch that?
All right.
And every time I looked at her, there was always a gap in between her being amazing and outstanding. And every time I looked at her as being outstanding, I felt like there was a band always playing in my spirit. But I don't have to rephrase the fact that I just said the Gap Band was playing outstanding in my spirit. I mean, you good, all right? Okay. So my queen, she's always the center of attention. That's just who she is. If you ever play Beyonce, Love on Top, she'll lose her mind, and everybody's be like, okay, that's his queen. Now, she couldn't really dance, but she could throw that thing in a circle if she had to. Wobble, Cupid shuffle. And even in front of my uncle, she came up to me and said, babe, and dabbed on him. And I was like, babe, why would you do such a thing? Because she didn't know all my uncles went for the Broncos in the Super Bowl and because they love Peyton Manning. So to myself, I said, hey, that's my queen. I ain't gonna leave her by herself. So I said, keep pounding, stretching my shirt and dabbed on her myself. So I said to myself, you know what, okay, cool. So with me and my queen, what we do, we walk hand in hand where she is. And when we head to lunch, I asked her, I said, you know what would you like for lunch? She said, I want some good old down-home Chattanooga, good food. I said, what you want? She said, I want an old plantation of Mimos. I said, girl, stop. So, I fed my queen, and when I came back, my queen was, she was happy. And I kissed her on her forehead, and I told her that I loved her. And as she was walking away, being she was thick, she had that extra jiggle. I said to myself, mentally now I know that I love her, But now it's time to kick it up a notch. Because I want her to know now that I'm in love with her, not just loving in her. There's a difference. And the crazy thing about it is that, I mean, even a blind man could see that I was overjoyed. And that she was the ribbon in the sky for my love. And not just my part-time, but now my full-time lover. I mean, she's the only woman who knocks me off my feet. I mean, she's like no other. That's lovely, right? But we don't have to wonder why Stevie never got the pictures, because he was blind, you see? Okay?
All right.
So for my woman, I went to Bath and Body Works and I said, you know, it's 3 fragrances I want. It's Japanese Cherry Blossom, Island Margarita, Sweet Pea. Fellas, y'all need to go. For the hot tub, I got her lavender and Epsom salt in a big bottle of, let's see, Pinot Grigio, but that's for another show. And even in the kitchen, y'all, I'm wearing this apron, of course. I made her a medium well New York strip. Not 1, not 2, but 3 cheese, macaroni and cheese whip, mashed potatoes and sweet corn, and I couldn't forget about the cheddar bay biscuits. Shout out to Red Lobster. And every time my queen came to the door, I said, hey baby, how you doing? And kiss her on the forehead and tell her that I love her. And now as the night's going through, I'm saying to myself, okay, baby, I got questions for you, because I need to know if this is worth fighting for. So I said, before I enter your earth and feel your wind, and of course, you know, I can live the fire. I said, after the love is gone, I need to know that after the love is gone, that there's still going to be reasons why we need to fight after this. So I said, okay, well, here are my 3 questions. Would you mind if I touched, if I kissed, if I held you tight? More than right, yeah. And you know, her response was, ow! And her response was so poetic, it threw me off. You know, she had the nerve to tell me that I need to come adore this brick house I built and make sweet love to it. And zoom in on not that 1, not 2, but 3 times of a lady that I had. And I said, oh, damn. But the crazy thing is, we didn't make love that night. But what I did that's so special to us is I kissed her on her forehead. And I told her that I loved her. That's a beautiful love story. I mean, y'all clap it up. If women want to be treated like that, clap it up. But the title of the show is Love and War, and you can't have love without the war. So the war that I had to go through is that this same queen is the one who marched with me when Black Lives Mattered. And then we go home and talk about All Lives Matter, so I put both fists up. And I even lost my job because I chose to love her rather. And every time I came around lunch break and tried to take her out around 12 or so, it seemed like her tires were always getting slashed or her windows were always getting bashed. Hell, I might as well just flip the car over on purpose. But the crazy thing is about this is y'all probably didn't catch the title of this spoken word, which is Black King and Queen. But there's no race in front of the queen. Why? Because God didn't bless me with a black queen, but he blessed me with one who molded my opposites.
All right.
So, what I need to tell you all is I learned the sign language and this is sorry. And I want to say sorry to those who are in interracial relationships who have to go through this every day. Trust me, I'm on my 1,465th day today. I want to say sorry to those who are in interracial relationships who had to judge from your race of the face, because I know one day I'm going to meet my maker and I want to ask him to please face me one day. And when I look at him and see that he's the race that I've been hating on this earth every day, I'm going to feel this small. So you all, I didn't have much time up here. I just wanted to explain that story to y'all, that I love my queen, because that's what God gave me. So you all, I love y'all. Robin Chatt. Love y'all.